Okay, today we're going to be changing out the fluid in the power steering on a 2004 F250 with the 6.0 liter Powerstroke diesel. First off, you identify your brake cylinder, and this hose right back here needs to be disconnected, and some clear 3/8 inch inner diameter plastic tubing can slide right on there. And that's how you get the old fluid out. First, you want to get all the stuff you're going to need. You're going to need a funnel, your automatic transmission fluid to replace the fluid that you're taking out, and a bucket or some type of other container to capture all the old fluid. Disconnecting this hose is pretty simple. Just has this clamp on it. Sometimes you can squeeze it with your fingers. Slide it off. If not, you can use a pair of pliers. Once you have the hose off, just leave it sitting up in a vertical position so no fluid drips out of it. Next, you just take your 3/8 inch inner diameter hose and it just slides right down over the nipple. You take the other end of the hose and stick it in your container to catch the fluid. Then you want to take your cap off your power steering reservoir and just insert a small funnel to make it easier to fill with the new fluid. Next, what you want to do is start the vehicle and then slowly turn the wheel back and forth all the way in one direction, then back all the way in the other direction, nice and slow. And it'll pump out the old fluid, but you want to make sure you keep the reservoir topped off. Otherwise, you get air into the system. So since if you have an assistant, it's a little bit easier, but I'm by myself, so I have to do both jobs. As you can see, as soon as you start the engine, some of the old fluid already starts to run out down the tube. Starting to turn the wheel very slowly. See a little more fluid coming down the tube. That's all the way to the right, and slowly coming back to the left. I'm going to check my reservoir level. And I'm just going to top it off with some of my Amsoil ATF. Now that I've topped it off, I'm just going to turn the wheel. I'm just going to keep going back and forth until the clean fluid is coming out of the clear plastic tubing. And once there is clean fluid coming out of the tube, process is done. Just make sure that the reservoir is topped off and you are complete. And once again, to recap, double check with your model of your truck, but this particular vehicle takes automatic transmission fluid, and I used Amsoil ATF. It's a replacement for the Mercon. You need a funnel for the reservoir, 3/8 inch diameter tubing, and just a note: when you pull the return line off of the power steering, make sure you zip tie it up higher than the reservoir, otherwise your fluid will leak out. And that's about it. It took, I'd say, about 2 or 3 quarts. So just plan on using a few quarts to flush out your system. And that's it. It's that simple. Thanks for watching. Remember to go to www.worldclasslubricants.com for all your Amsoil products.